Okay, so we are here at Alliston Auto Center. Not to be mistaken with the Alliston Auto Sales. This is Alliston Auto Center. This is a 2009 Chevy 1500 LT model. Looks really nice. I actually purchased this truck about a month ago. Actually, about a month and a half ago. What happened was I purchased this truck, safety knee tested, from this dealership for $9,500. It looked good. It needed 2 tires replaced. It had running boards. It had aftermarket intake. Nice toolbox. It didn't look like it had any big dents, anything like that. So it took them 3 weeks to get this truck past safety and emissions, and I think they did a horrible job. They said they replaced all uppers and lower ball joints in the front end and an alignment. You look at that front tire, it's kind of hard to tell, but it is so off that it's not even funny. It is on such a crazy angle. You tell me if that upper ball joint looks like it's been replaced in the last month. They did do both lower ball joints, but they forgot quite a bit of nice pieces that go on these ball joints. What is missing from that ball joint? Oh, that's right, the ball joint boot. And then take a look at that one. That one's half off, and that one's apparently replaced as well. They did such a shitty job on this truck. I drove it to Ottawa, and I couldn't do over 90, almost over 100K I couldn't do. Because as soon as you'd hit a crack in the road, the truck would just go crazy all over it. I took it to another mechanic who took it in for safety, and it failed his safety. He says that the alignment is so far out that it's horrible, that the upper ball joints are directional ball joints in this truck, and they were not installed correctly, so whenever I hit a bump, the ball joints would bind, and that's why the truck was so hard to control. The doors did not unlock, so he said you can't drive a vehicle that doesn't have the doors unlock. So I brought it back and told them about what was going on and why it failed the safety, and they told me that was horseshit. I said, okay, well, here's the paperwork. And their reply was, we cannot fix this vehicle any more than what we have because we have invested too much money into it and we're going to lose money. And I said, that is the biggest fucking crock of shit I ever had. And then there's told me that that ball joint doesn't even come with a rubber boot. What fucking ball joints don't come with rubber boots? I demanded my money back. They gave me almost all my money back. They kept $500, and I just wanted to rid myself of this truck and the people that run this place. So what do you think a mechanic would do to fix this truck? They would fix it right, do it right, and sell it again, right? Wrong. They actually sold it to one of the technicians that work here at Alliston Auto Center, and he drove the truck for almost 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. He had his own plates on it. He did a little bit of customizing to it where he took all the plastic dip that was on the truck off, and now his plates are off of it and it's back for sale because instead of fucking fixing the truck, they're just letting it fucking be sold to the next guy in half-ass shape. And it's a shame, because this is a nice truck. It's a 2009. It's got 260,000 kilometers on it. It's got nice running boards. People have invested money on it. The interior is in nice shape. You can't even see. The interior is in nice shape. It's got a touchscreen Bluetooth stereo. But because of this place's crappy workmanship, they would rather flog the truck instead, and they put all these parts in apparently. They'd rather just not fix it right and then just have it sold. It is honestly, it had a whole bunch of engine lights on it when I bought it. It wouldn't stay running. They told me they'd fix all that. Now it's a 100-liter tank on this. On the highway when I drove to Ottawa, where I fill up on the go on the highway and I stop at the next on the go, so technically it's all 100 kilometers an hour. I was getting 330K per tank. That is bullshit. I should be getting like 600K out of this thing. I think they just had the computer reflashed and didn't replace any of the sensors. I think that it's, instead of getting a tune-up, it's got a misfire, so they skipped a whole bunch of steps that they should have done to get this truck fixed properly. And the only person it looks bad on is this company. And I have to do something to tell people the disgust out of this place. Like, what a shithole. Like, I knew they were crappy, but honestly, like, the truck was a good deal. It looked nice. I thought maybe, like, fuck, maybe they might be okay, but they surprised me with how crappy they are. Like, honestly, like, there's no way that this truck passed a real safety. And now they've sold it to somebody else, and they've returned it, and he works here. So now the third person they're going to sell it to, I just really wish that they had done something to fix this truck right. And it's a shame, because it is a really nice truck. It has the potential to be a really nice truck. And I bought it safety need tested thinking that it would be a nice truck. But I was wrong. Like, it's got aftermarket pillars in the gauges. It's got a toolbox. Like, it is a nice truck. Like, there's no big dents. There's a couple scratches down the side here. It's got dual exhaust. It's got K&N intake. It's got nice 33-inch tires. It's got a mild lift, but like, it's just a leveling kit. But it's got a nice setup to it, and they've wrecked the truck. It's a piece of shit because of these guys. Never, ever buy anything from these guys. I'm going to put a horrible review for them on Google, and I'm going to state why. Instead of fixing the vehicle, they just told me to give me my money back, and they didn't even give me all my money back. I'm just happy to be never dealing with this place again. Never, ever deal with this place ever again. Piece of shit people, and their workmanship is horrible. No wonder why none of your vehicles ever sell. Some of these cars have been here for 2 years. 2 years. Like, I know that Grand Marquis been there 2 years. Like, what a shame. That's the only way to put this. What a shame.